Hi guys, it's me Erica, and so today I'm going to be talking about the fall 2016 anime that I'm going to be watching this season. And it's sad that the summer 2016 season is ending because there was a lot of anime that I was watching this season and a lot of it was actually pretty good, but I'm really excited for the fall anime this season. I feel like I just repeated myself so many times, but a lot of the animes I'm really looking forward to. And this is a kind of what I'm definitely going to watch, but of course as the time goes on I might drop some, but I don't think I will, possibly, and then I might add some from your guys' recommendations. And the reason why I do these videos is so that we can share anime recommendations to each other and maybe fangirl about certain animes that are coming up or are already airing. But if you're ever interested in what anime I have watched or am watching, just be sure to look in the description for my anime list, which is always linked down in all the descriptions of my videos. So with that, let us get started. So the anime for this season for me is actually broken down into, I think, 4 sections. One being like second seasons or continuations, otome sports, oh no, actually 5, slice of life, and then 1 comedy anime. And I'll be starting off with second seasons because it seems right to do that. And the first one is actually a continuation from the summer, which is actually Days. And Days is the soccer anime that has one soccer player that's just starting up in his high school career, along with another soccer player who's like this legend, and they work together to make a legendary soccer team. That's the general synopsis of Days if you haven't started watching it in the summer. And if that interests you, go ahead and watch it and then continue to watch it during fall season. So the next anime that I'm not really going to be watching, but I should mention it, is Natsume Yujinsho Go, which is the 5th season of Natsume Yujinsho. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is that I really want to watch it. However, I'm still on season 1, but it is a good point to bring it up because it is a really good anime. And if you've never heard of Natsume Yujinsho, it's basically about Natsume who can see ghosts, and his grandmother also could see them, and she had a hard time making friends, so she kept yokai as friends in this book of friends. But now that she's gone, Natsume is kind of releasing these names so that they can live happily in their lives. And it's a really emotionally feeling anime. Is that even a word? But it's a really tearjerker anime, at least for me. I'm like probably almost done with season 1, but if you haven't watched it or you're planning to watch the 5th season, this is a really great anime. So the next anime I'm going to be watching is Utano Princesama Magi Love Legend Star, which is the 4th season of the Utano Princesama series. And if you've never heard Utano Princesama, it's basically about a band called Star Wish who's aiming for that top position in the idol fame. And it's a reverse harem. There's like, I think, 6 guys, and then the main girl, which is the composer for the band. And this is the 4th season, as I said before, and hopefully it is a good season because, for me at least, personal opinion, the season 1 is okay. Season 2 was really at the best because I felt like they dove into the characters more. Season 3 is where it went downhill because it just felt really rushed and it wasn't really exciting. And season 4 is hopefully good because they're dealing with some of the battling of the bands. So yeah, if you're into reverse harems or even just music in general, so if you're into reverse harems or just music in general, Utano Princesama is a really good anime to watch, just because their songs are like really good and they're really catchy also. So the next anime on this list is actually Bungo Stray Dogs Season 2, and this is a continuation of the anime that aired in spring 2016 season, I believe. And this story, just going based off of season 1, is the story of Atsushi, who's an orphan boy who is finally kicked out of his orphanage because he kind of brings bad luck. However, his bad luck is kind of reversed when Danzai, who is a police enforcer for a special agency, kind of takes him under his wing and helps him fight these people that have these special abilities like them. And one in particular is this tiger changing human that is somehow related to Atsushi. and that's the continuation of that building up story from that point, or even past that point. But yeah, that's what it is. And if you're interested in that, I do recommend it. It wasn't really one of the animes I liked in the spring 2016 season, but it is a good anime to watch if you're bored. So the last anime on this continuation section of this video is actually Haikyuu season 3, Karasuno versus Shirotozawa High, and I'm actually really excited. I really got into the Haikyuu fandom really late, but I caught up with all the episodes back in the springtime, so I'm ready for season 3, which is the fated battle between Karasuno and Shirotozawa High, which is the first ranked volleyball team in the league. So hopefully, I'm actually really excited. Though I heard there's only going to be like 10 episodes in this season, which really doesn't make sense. They could have just added like 2 more episodes. But I haven't read the manga to know that maybe they don't have enough material for that specific one. But hopefully with, I guess, people like wanting more, they will make more. But yeah. So moving on to the sports anime section of this video, and the first sports anime on this list is Yuri on Ice, which is a male figure skating anime, and I'm really excited for this. I don't know why, it just looks really pretty. But the story for this is that Yuri is like this world-renowned Japanese figure skater that had Japan's hope riding on his shoulders. However, when he gets to this national figure skating competition, he like loses, and it brings him to the point where he's asking himself, from this loss, should I continue even figure skating, because I don't know how I'm gonna get up myself from this situation. However, he meets 2 other figure skaters that are from different countries that kind of inspire him to keep trying, and the story goes on from that point in him kind of redeeming himself from that loss. So the next anime on this list is All Out, and All Out is a new rugby anime, and I don't know that much about rugby, but from the synopsis that was on my anime list, it seems like rugby is kind of like a sport where no one really has set roles. So how can you like shine if you're the spiker? Because there's no spiker. You just have to like work as a team, and that's what the anime is talking about, with these 4 individuals that are all different, and somehow they have to merge their differences to make a efficient rugby team so that they can actually win and have them all shine differently while still being the same. I don't know if that's a good synopsis, but it is interesting if you've played rugby. I have one friend that played rugby and is playing rugby in college, so I don't know if it'll be interesting, but I'll see, because it is a sport. So moving on to the next section, which is otome, and the first one on this list is actually Watashi ga motete dusunda. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but basically it's Kiss Him Not Me. And I'm really excited for this anime just because probably way back, probably 5 years ago, I read this manga online and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. But what basically this anime and manga are is that Kae Serenuma is like this otaku girl who's really into boys love, or she's a Fujiyoshi. And then one day she's watching this anime, and one of her guys that are in her OTP kind of dies, and she goes in this kind of depressive mood. And I forgot to mention that she's actually one of those overweight girls. So because she gets into this depressive mood, she loses all this weight and ends up becoming beautiful. And because of this new beauty, a lot of the guys at her school are kind of falling in love with her, but they don't know that she's a Fujiyoshi, and she actually wants the guys that like her to get together rather than them getting together with her. The next anime I'm going to be watching is Magic Kyun Renaissance, and when I read the synopsis of this story, it kind of reminded me of what is it called? Princesama, in the sense that they're all in like this school learning how to do a specific role in singing. But the real synopsis is actually that people in this world use magic to enact passion, and if they can do that, they're called artistas. And that's really funny because artistas in Tagalog, or Tagalog to English, is basically like a performer, so it makes sense. So these artistas are taught in a special school, and that's where Ohana Aigasaki comes in, who kind of is like the leader, who's doing a kind of like school festival. And there's these entertainers that want to perform at these school festivals and also get with her. But I want to see how it turns out because it sounds like a good anime, and if not, hopefully the songs redeem it for it. So hopefully that's good. And yeah. Okay, the next anime I'm really excited for, and if you haven't been watching my videos or my figure videos, you probably don't know, but the next anime I'm talking about is Tokenranbu Hanamaru. So Tokenranbu Hanamaru tells a story in the year 2205, and basically it's where people want to change the past because they're in they want to change events in the past so that they can have a better future. However, a lot of people don't want to do that. So the Saniwa, who are these protectors of the past, have the power to bring life inanimate objects, mostly being tokendanshi, which are the sword boys, which are the swords that turn into the hot males. And from there they are protecting the past and also their lives. You just look in their lives. So I wonder how this anime is going to turn out. Hopefully it turns out really cool, because I know there's also going to be another Tokenranbu anime back in January, I believe, in the 2017, probably winter 2017 anime. So I believe this might be a little lighter in comparison to the other one that's coming out in the winter 2017 season, but we'll see. And I'm just really excited for this anime just because I'm Token. So the next anime section of animes I'm going to be talking about is the slice of life genre, and the first anime on this list is actually Udon no Kuni no Kirin no Kemari, which tells the story of Sota Towara, who is a web designer. However, his family owns an udon shop and he wants to visit them, but on his way on visiting them he finds a boy who is kind of like a half bear, half human child, and he kind of takes care of him, and from there it leads to a lot of adventures of the boy finding who he is and also who Sota is. So it sounded like a really cute and sweet anime to watch. The next anime on this list is actually Three Gatsu no Lion, and Three Gatsu no Lion tells the story of Rei Kirinyama, who is a 17-year-old boy who lives by himself because he's able to financially support himself with playing professional shogi. However, even though he's mature in the sense of financial way, he's not really mature emotionally. Like, he doesn't know how to cope with the loss if he does have a losing shogi streak, how he talks to other people in his class, and how he can fix the relationship with him and his adoptive family. However, even though he can't understand that, he gets acquainted with these three sisters that kind of show him, oh, this is how you actually interact with the world, and he learns himself through these three sisters of how to actually move on in life and be emotionally mature. So moving on to the last anime and to the last genre of this, what am I watching, is actually comedy, and the only anime on this list is Nonbacha. And Nonbacha is basically, it reminded me of a little bit of Prison School without the big boobed girls, but in this it's just telling the adventures of inmates in this prison and the guards that take care of them. There isn't that much known about this anime. It just looked really funny from the trailer, and I thought it'd be a little like slice of comedy in the other animes that I'm watching. So yeah, that is the anime I'm going to be watching this season. I believe that's like 11 animes, which is a downgrade from what I was watching this summer, which was like 16 plus. But I might watch more anime if you guys recommend it. But yeah, those were what I'm watching definitely for now, for the fall 2016 season. And hopefully you check them out also. And yeah, I hope you liked this video and will watch my future videos also. So see you in the next video. Bye!